Hey everybody, this is Sunday morning, the 19th of September. I'm probably not going to be doing any more of these morning updates unless we get some, big news coming up here because, this is kind of settling down here. But it does look like the police have, the FBI now has settled on looking for the boyfriend of Gabby Petito in a place called the Carlton Reserve. The Carlton Reserve is a part of a very large, the T. Mabry Carlton Jr. Memorial Reserve, which is just to the north of the town of Northport, which is where Brian Laundrie's parents live. There's Northport there. There's the T. Mabry Carlton Reserve there. That was where Brian was allegedly staying. That's where he lived, and then apparently went missing on Tuesday, September 14th. Apparently, the FBI believes, and the local police believe, that Brian went from Northport to this area here. Now, this is part of something called again, I'm probably mispronouncing it, the Myakka River State Park, which is pretty huge. I would imagine this is pretty swampy up in here, okay? They say that people saw Brian with a backpack and he was heading in this direction. So there is a lot of, the police and the FBI seem to really believe that he is somewhere in this expansive wildlife area, swampy area, which is just to the north of North Point on the Northport. Excuse me, I've been calling it North Point. There's a place where I used to live called North Point, so I'm used to saying that. Northport. Anyway, and if you look here on the map here, there's Tampa. So it's kind of in between Tampa and Fort Myers there on the west coast of Florida. There's Northport. So it's always interesting to look at maps and get the geography of where these places are. So there is a huge contingent of police officers and FBI agents that were there all day yesterday, Saturday, searching through that area. And according to News Channel 8 there in Tampa, Florida, where it's 76 degrees this morning, they're back. They're going to resume the search for Gabby Petito's fiance around Carlton Reserve. So I guess they really do believe there's evidence that he is somewhere in that park, dead or alive. I mean, I don't know. It's a big park, when you look at the expansiveness of it when it gets up to the north there, and it's very swampy. So anyway, they say, Channel 8 there in Tampa says the search for Brian Laundrie, 23, continues this morning in Sarasota County as police, local police, and FBI agents follow a lead from Laundrie's parents saying that he left their house Tuesday in hiking gear and hasn't been seen since. The search first focused on 200 acres, and again, I can't pronounce this, the Myakkachi Environmental Park, the Myakkachi Creek Environmental Park, before spreading to the 2,500-acre Carlton Reserve in Sarasota County, which is and then it's a very large. Then you look at that large, expansive, swampy area there. So yeah. So anyway, the police and the FBI have got 50 plus folks searching. Now you look at some of the pictures that were shown on Channel 8 yesterday. Looks like a lot more than that. Drones in the air, bloodhounds, canines, four-wheel drive side-by-sides, and it's a very wet piece of property there. Dozens of people from multiple agencies, including the Northport Police, the FBI, Florida Fish and Wildlife, are searching the 200-acre park again today. And they were there almost all day yesterday. Anyway, this is the WFLH News Channel 8 website there, and some of the officers that are being trucked into that park to search it today. Anyway, the Carlton Reserve is, 24,565-acre preserve in Sarasota County. Is 80 miles of hiking, equestrian, and biking trails. There's a shot yesterday of the number of officers there that are combing that very swampy wetland area there. This is Tampa 10. Another TV station. TV stations down in Tampa are all over this, all the local stations, live coverage there. So We're also hearing from Fox 13 in Salt Lake City that the FBI has arrived in Wyoming and is taking over the search looking for Gabby. So they're looking for the boyfriend in Florida, and they're still looking for Gabby, some sign of her out there in Wyoming. FBI now involved in both searches. And The Independent here, which is a UK-based news service, has an interesting timeline. July 2nd, Gabby and Brian set out from Gabby's mother's Long Island place in their 2012 Ford Transit van. August 12th, the pair are seen bitterly arguing in Moab. That was with the police camera footage there. The 13th of August, that's the same day that the female couple were last seen at Woody's Tavern in Moab. So there was a lot of, and Ms. Schulte there, Kylan Schulte worked at the Moonflower Co-op, and that is where Gabby and Brian had their argument. So that's, but they're now saying that, and then of course Kylan and Crystal were found murdered. How many days? 5 days later, on the 18th of August. Again, they did say they saw a creepy guy before the nasty thing happened, but the police, from what I'm hearing, are not connecting the two cases, at least not officially. The 24th of August, Petito was spotted with laundry checking out of a hotel in Salt Lake City. And on 25th of August, the next day, that was the last video call. Okay, she made a video call to her mother. I was heard in some reports that was just a text. On the 26th and 27th, the last text messages were sent from Gabby's phone, which those texts, the mother doubts, were actually sent by her. Now, we also had a interesting update yesterday. A lady named Miranda Baker on TikTok said on the 29th of August, she and her boyfriend picked up Brian, who was hitchhiking by himself on August 29th at the Coulter Bay in Grand Teton. Northport police in Florida confirm that they have spoken to Baker but declined to provide further details. So that was also another part of the story that came out yesterday. And then on the 1st of September, Brian Laundrie returns to Northport in Petito's van without her. So anyway, so that is what happened there. And then we've had the whole situation there of the police looking in both locations and the release of the body camera footage. 14th of September, Laundrie has been named a person of interest, etc., etc., etc. What was it? 17th of September, Brian's sister appeared on Good Morning America. We did see that. So anyway, police are continuing their searches. They're looking in that big, expansive Carlton Preserve there in the west coast of Florida area. That is continuing today. The fact that there is such a massive presence of police and FBI agents there makes me think that the police are pretty sure that in one way or another, Brian is in that reserve there. I don't know, man. We will see. All right, that's it for today. I'm probably going to not do these daily updates unless something happens, unless they find Brian, one way or the other. I don't know. Or Gabby, of course. So we'll see. All right, folks, thank you very much for watching Vlog Under.